Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Sable, where today we're going to visit whatever that is. It can't be Eccria, right? Eccria, it sounds like Eccria should be large. Should be a lot larger than that. I don't know that there's a lot else for us to do here at 5 bells, so why don't we just... I could have just walked across camp in that direction and gone and got my bike, I suppose. Ugh, maybe I'm going to have to. This this call functionality is hey. There we go. Other video games have spoiled me. I have expectations about the way the call is going to work that are consistently not met. There is, of course, that well thing to... We have stuff. We have stuff to do. But I see no reason to go out into the wilderness and do things before we talk to all the people over here who will invariably ask us to do things for them in the wilderness. You know, I'm going to blow everybody's mind with this one. It does look bigger up close. I suppose this could be Eccria. Can I read this? Nope. Maybe it's just a drawing. Nope, that's not what it... Don't climb the thing. Okay. Okay, you look like you're distraught and maybe have been so for quite some time. Hamza is the machinist at Eccria. He's busy tidying up the workshop. Looks like someone has ransacked the place. What can I do for you, Glider? What happened? It feels very rude to just walk up and be like, customize my bike now. What happened here? Hamza explains that this happened a few nights ago. He's got no idea who did it. Could this be related to the power going out? He seems more resigned than concerned about having his workshop ransacked, and indicates that he doesn't know who or why someone would do such a thing. I'm not sure I'm convinced by his ignorance, but I let it go. Okay, interesting. Well, we haven't picked up any new bike parts in a while, so I don't know why I bothered to come in here. Sorry, I'm just gonna let myself out. You keep, looking shocked at all of your books. You know, given the amount of time he's spending just looking around pretending to be shocked, maybe I do know why our character is, perhaps a little disbelieving. Can I use this door? I cannot. All right, let's find some other people to talk to. There's definitely somebody that we're supposed to be delivering beetle husks to somewhere around here. But not you, presumably. Cool lamp, though. I dig your headdress. I mean, hold on. They make it look so climbable, you know? I'm sure there's good reasons to be up here. Can I... Ooh, okay. The slide is unfortunate. Nothing, really. Not even a chum. Huh. Yeah, have to say, very surprised. Well, all right. Back to approximately where we were, probably, because otherwise I'm going to get all turned around and forget who I have talked to and who I haven't. I think where we were is beyond this door, so okay, I kind of screwed this up. Whatever, these people want to chat. Howdy. Any cuts to spare? Anything would be appreciated, Glider. Yeah, I'll give you know what? Here, I just had a big score. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, no problem. I don't know what you... Do our people have to eat? Are we a race of people that eats? I hope that that's enough to buy food. Okay, here we go. This is where I was. Yo, check out this bike. That's very cool looking. All right, what's up here? This looks like a market, maybe? It's full of tiny birds, tiny aggressive birds. I know your deal. We will not be attempting to pick up or interact with this bird in any meaningful way. What is going on here? It's, Oh, and then I got tackled. What? Hey, dude, what the hell? Twice, actually, because what? It's like some kind of slug? No, hold on. I'm not... don't have me looking sorry. I'm not sorry about it. I didn't do anything. So, do you make a habit of trying to get yourself eaten? What was that? I asked what it was that nearly killed me just now. It doesn't look dangerous. Well, it's a worm, isn't it? This girl is nosy, and she's bloody strong. You shouldn't get that close unless you've had the proper training, or else you've got food handy. But you're a glider, aren't you? So I suppose I can forgive a bit of clumsy worm handling. My name's Citra. It doesn't have a mouth. It doesn't look like it has a mouth. I tell her I'm Sable, and she offers a quick compliment to my name, which almost soothes the embarrassment burning through my ears. No, again, I refuse to be embarrassed about this. There are no signs posted, and that thing does not look dangerous at all. And also, you hit me, lady. Now, what's brought you here, glider? Can I help you with anything? This is my job, I guess, is to just go around and help people with stuff. I get the sense that if Citra were an animal herself, her fur might have bristled at my question. It triggers a memory, where Jody told me that it can sometimes be a labor in itself to explain how one needs help. Boy, ain't that the case. And that I ought to try to see where I can be useful before I inquire. But I think I've made enough of an introduction already. Do I need help? Citra gives it a moment's thought. You know what? Yes. Nosy loves a Hakoan glowworm as a treat. If you could find her some, we'd both appreciate it. I tell her I think I can do that, and decide it's better not to ask for further details. I'm sure I can find something. Okay, well that was a weird sequence. I maintain that I am not at fault for anything there, and as recompense, I'm stealing your money. Hey there. I hear the guard murmuring about pomegranates to himself as I approach. When he notices me, he clams up and stands to attention, noisily. Can I help you? Sorry, were you just talking about pomegranates? The guard seems to perk up at the mention of the word. Yes, have you tried one? They sell them in the Sarai outside of town. They are unbelievable, magical, each seed a burst of watery coolness. He continues to espouse his clear obsession with the fruit, and I notice my own mouth salivating a little. Okay. Well, I'll go find some pomegranates. I'll bring you one. I'm here to make friends and get badges, and I feel like delivering pomegranates is the sort of thing a person might get a badge for. This is just like an animal stall. It is not beneficial to anyone for me to be in here. All right, who wants beetle husks? Who around here looks like a real beetle husker? You? No, a lot of people have these cool floating. I guess maybe it's not a lantern. It has a baby in it. It has a baby in it. Oh my god! This game is set in the same universe as Death Stranding. Oh hey, look! Somebody harvested a very large one of those 8s. I'll tell you what, this game is far too coherent and enjoyable to feel like a Kojima joint. Okay, this is just going to take me to that bridge. I don't think there's anything worth having up there. We can at least get past this gate, though. I will not be locked out of a place. Seems like there's maybe not a huge amount going on over here, but, you know, mostly this was just an act of defiance more than anything. So yeah, this is going to be this person. There was another person that we could talk to who walked away as we approached this area the first time. I would love to find them again if we can. Okay, you're selling spices, which apparently I'm not allowed to buy any of. You'll talk to me. I quite like it when the power is off. There's a sense of peacefulness to it. Okay, oh, okay. Cool. This is neat. Does this open? No. Boy, I am not allowed to interact with the vast majority of what is going on in here. This is Rita, the owner of the Overhang Cafe. Goodbye. Okay, presumably we can do something with Rita or for Rita at some point. Just run straight through the middle of your pleasant conversation. Because again, I'm just being generally defiant right now. You know, that looks interesting. This is just going to take us outside, right? And you cannot sprint while swimming. But that looks like the top of a lootable pot. Oh, cool. Made from Hakoan metals, the lightness of these metals is unparalleled, allowing nimble movement and strong resistance in combat. Not really my sort of thing, I feel like. Okay, no, this does not take us back outside. Gates. I cannot sprint while swimming. This is the fastest this goes. Apologies. Alright, well, we found a way out. I kind of want to explore what was in the other direction, but it does not seem like there are necessarily going to be a huge number of ways out of the water. I definitely do not think that that is an upgrade over our current colors. Okay, so this is where we jumped in, right? Here they're selling wind chimes, I guess? A variety of different kinds of chimes. What's your deal? A glass blower. I make the best glass this side of the sea split. Well, normally I do, at least. The power cut has put my workshop completely out of commission. I need my furnace to work. It's not like casting little pots in the sand. I've got a terrible backlog of orders already. Bike parts, ships, pots, architecture, you name it. Okay, so people are, like, actively building ships. The ships are totally functional. Does it look like the water... No, it looks like all we would really do here... Well, there's that, but that just goes out to the dock. Yeah, we don't need to go back down there. My guess is we've looted 100% of the pants that are in that sewer system. Hello, friend. This is the problem with everybody wearing masks that completely cover their eyes. Do you need some help? Oh, the power being off means a lot of business has stopped completely, but some market traders seem to have been able to take advantage of the situation, and deliveries have been busier than ever. Eccria and her kind always seem to know how to squeeze blood from a stone, but this feels like things have worked out too well for them. Maybe don't tell anyone I said that. Okay, well, I'm glad that talking to me seems to have unstuck your brain. The doctor looks concerned and frustrated. How on earth do we know that? This power cut, all of our medical equipment, prosthetic alignment, artificial wombs, it's all going to run out of power very soon if the energy doesn't come back. Those useless guards and machinists. Yes, there's been some kind of like serious sabotage here, huh? It does feel a little bit beyond my pay grade, but like, think of all of the badges we're going to earn when we solve it. Okay, and there's just absolutely nothing going on up here whatsoever. Okay. That poor person who's begging should spend some time looking around town for pots. It turns out there's tons of money just laying everywhere. Well, I don't know that we're going to get anything of value out of talking to people in this city at all, frankly. Doesn't feel like it. Did we miss any routes here? Not really. So we know that the person selling the pomegranates is just outside of town. I mean, I must have missed some people, because, like, we are supposed to be delivering those beetle shells to somebody. Okay, no, I cannot get back to land. I kind of want to just go out and grab my bike and drive around to the other side of the city. Is this a place? Okay, yeah. There's something happening here. I guess this is the this is the jail. You can't have desert capitalism without a jail. Also, there's no way that ceiling fan is turning, like, the difference that that makes must be entirely negligible, even when the power's on. Okay, well, doesn't look like anybody at the jail wants to talk to me. This is a disaster. No power means no filtered water. The oasis water isn't clean enough to drink on its own. Yeah, no, it definitely seems like somebody should get the power back on. Oh, this is cool. This is a neat one. I'm gonna maybe not walk directly in front of it. Oh no, what am I gonna do? They've lost power in town. The merchants have started hiking their prices, and now I can't afford my tea. Just one more tragedy to throw on the pile. The whole of Eccria's on edge. Not good for business, I tell you. Even my regulars aren't coming now. Sorry, what's going on? Well, there's been a bit of a ruckus around the power supply into the town, 'cause there ain't none. Rumors of all sorts going around. Maybe it was the merchants in the market, maybe it was an outsider. I'm sure the townies would love to blame us Sarai. Luckily, outsider business for fruit is still going. A bit slower, but Sarai don't have to worry too much about power out here. And then I am unceremoniously kicked out of the conversation. How rude. I was gonna trade with you. You just have stuff. Okay, well, I'm gonna buy 2 pomegranates. One to share, one for me. Some mushrooms, I don't even know what that is. I would like to sell things, please. Do you want my narrow fig stalks? They're not even really worth anything. I'm just gonna... Who knows? Maybe somebody will want them. But at the price they sell for, it doesn't even really seem worth getting rid of them. So there is an area up there. Hold on. Have we been thorough down here, though? We certainly have not. Need something fast? Reliable? Both? Neither? We've got all sorts of bike parts for you. Just for you, Glider. Really, just for me. Power in town is down. Pays to have a quick ride out. Pays to have a quick ride out right now. Lots of folks are looking to head out if things don't get back to normal soon. It's so weird that after you talk to somebody, rather than it going back to the main conversation menu, they just kick you out of the conversation immediately. Okay, what would we like? I do like this beetle thing on the front. That's pretty cool. Got some extra clothes. So, like, we could use a new back part for our bike, I suppose. We have wings. We don't have an engine. We haven't changed out our engine. Obviously, we have the original engine. I do kind of love this. I want one of these. I don't know if we're going to use it right away, but I just think it's a really cool looking part. Give me one of those. That's pretty cool too. I don't have the cuts for that. Oh no, you're right. I have spending spree. Okay, that's fine. We'll mess with our bike later. I do love this big the big counterweight look. It's not a nose, it's a rear. But yeah, I want to put some different parts on the bike. Hopefully we can speed it up a little bit, because it sure does take a minute to get places. You know what? I'm going to go buy that thing now. That was the difference. That was all we needed. Hey, you. I would like to trade. Give me this thing. I just want to have a couple of pieces to see if we can get the speed up. All right, who are you? Gare is a climber in Eccria. He smells awful, and his mask is about to fall off. Goodbye. I walk over, and he smells so bad that the idea of further conversation is completely repellent. I dig your mask. You, Glider. My name is Maz. I have a problem, and I wonder if you could help me. He has a voice like burnished steel. Is that the effect I'm doing? Despite the softness he tries to inject into his entreaty. The tone of a man more used to orders than requests. I gesture for him to continue. I can at least hear him out. It's my son. He sighs. He's being held by the Eccrian guard. They caught him tampering with the water supply. He puts up a hand to reassure me before I can speak any doubt. He was only trying to tap the supply, not taint it. He aimed to bring us a better source of water, one that would benefit us immensely. Is that really a crime? That doesn't sound like a crime. By Eccrian law, this is illegal, yes, but if we followed Eccrian law, we would all die of thirst waiting on some functionary to make the slightest effort. He sighs and crosses his arms, taking a step back. It is hard to tell if he is already defeated or just trying to tamp down some rising hope. I won't work to convince you. If it sounds like too much, I understand. But someone needs to stand against this. And for several reasons, it cannot be me. Not this time. Can you help? Sure, I mean, just wandering around and getting into trouble for people is my job, I think. I'm not sure what I expect, but the solemn nod I receive catches me off guard. He steps closer to me and places a hand on my shoulder. There is something else. Something you must know, and that I hope will not break the bond we've made. Have you ever heard tell of the Shade of Eccria? No, I have not. What is that? The Shade of Eccria? A hero of the people, and a bane to those who would subjugate them. dark as the night itself, smooth as black silk, and fueled by the flames of vengeance. Oh my god, it's Ghost Rider. Please let it be Ghost Rider. A legend in this wretched city. Though to ask the guard, or those who line their pockets, the Shade is a menace and a smuggler. I ask what he thinks. I think he was a man doing his best to right the wrongs of the powerful. But I might be biased. I am the Shade of Eccria. I barely have time to look impressed, and also, why would I bother? He won't be able to see it. Before he adds, and for today, so are you. What? When I retired, I hid the mask of the Shade. But even though the Shade was gone, the rumors, the legend persisted. A glider could not convince the guards to free my son. But the Shade, oh, at the mere sight of him, they are liable to give you whatever you want. Maz points at a marking on a nearby wall. You see this? Head to the town gate and look for this symbol. It will lead you to my mask. Collect the mask and return to me. Then we stage the rescue. Okay, marking on a nearby wall. What is the marking? There's no marking on a nearby wall for me to look. Okay. I have to know what the symbol. That thing. Okay. Look for that thing near the gate. Got it. What a bizarre thing we've stumbled into now. So is this the proper gate up here? Is this how I was meant to enter town? Yep, good. Definitely makes sense to climb the bollard instead of, there we go. And without water, there's no way for me to tamp down that disease I have, where sometimes my midsection disappears. Okay. What is... Everybody's mad about the power, presumably. I like her little expression of surprise. The guard towers over me. I can't tell if I've somehow committed some kind of transgression as he looks me over. He seems to be contemplating a decision of some sort, and mutters something unintelligible under his breath. Hello? He seems to refocus as I speak, as if remembering that I am a living being. Yeah, you'll do. I have something in mind for you. Let's make good use of you. Me? I ask him how, and also if that's the way he talks to all strangers. Well, you're a glider, by your very nature an outsider. You belong to nothing and to no one, and therefore you are capable of an uncommon objectivity. I wonder if I should share my myriad of popular, unpopular, or deeply subjective opinions, but I decide to spare him. He seems to have much more to say. My name is Sandip, and I'm in the middle of a very serious investigation. There are few I can trust. You may have noticed that we find ourselves without power, yes? I did notice that. And it's no accident. Someone stole the power core from out of the atomic heart, and the perpetrator eludes me still. I thought perhaps you might be able to help me solve this crime and bring the thief to justice. This is not the voice that the developers intended for this character to have, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'll help. I have literally no option not to. I've already begun to picture myself darting in and out of the shadows, tracking the elusive power thief through the city. In my mind, I am swiftness and smoke, a creature of cunning and dexterity. Then Sandeep hands me a rusted heap. Yeah, this is an old power core. Scrap, really. But if you bring this to the machinist for me, he can fix it, and we can get this town going again. But while you're there, I want you to ask if he has any idea who might want to steal something like this, and why. I'd ask myself, but people are less forthcoming with the guards. You get it. I can see I've made the right choice. Report back when you've taken care of this, yeah? I'll be waiting. Okay. Alright, well, one thing at a time here. So I need to find a circular sign somewhere near the gate of the city to help point me to the mask. Okay, we talked to you already. I feel like... Maybe I'm... Hold on, though. But hold on just a damn second, though. It's just like... This is the only symbol on a wall near him when he's... Actually, from where he's standing, he can't see the wall. Like, any part of any wall. So he couldn't have indicated a... I am concerned. I am concerned that I am not going to be able to follow a clue that I have been given that I was not actually given. Take a bit of a swim? Okay. All right, that helps narrow it down. Thank you. So somewhere around here... Just gonna jump in your fountain if you don't mind. Okay. No useful swimming to be done there. So this is a part of town that we weren't in because I didn't come all the way down here and turn right, because from over here it's not obvious that that's a path. But alright, we've been here. We're definitely on this little road. You're the spice merchant I'm not allowed to buy from. Okay, so what we discovered here is not really... Yeah, not really any new space at all. But we do know that if we want that mask, we gotta swim for it. And I mean... We know where to do that, at least. Let's go see the machinist first. It's easy enough to do. And then we'll figure it out from there. Hey there, friend. I know you're very busy pretending to be shocked, but... first of all, customized bike. So I definitely I wanna keep this stuff... This will actually lower my max speed. Ooh. Well, this seems like a good way to go, and it's a good look. Yeah. I like that. That seems like a big win. Wow, it is way better than, just statistically, it is so much better than all of the other bikes. All the other butts. Bike butts, you know. I have a delivery for you, actually. Hamza smirks, which I assume, but his expression is warm. I got you running errands, huh? People love to give me errands. What can I say? I guess I just got one of those faces under here. You're just gonna have to trust me. Yes, that'll happen to gliders. Suppose folks see him as having that sort of directionless liberty that means you aren't interrupting anything if you ask that they fetch something for you. I'll drop this thing off with Sandeep when it's good and ready. Anything else I can help you with? Yeah, I do have some questions. Do you have any idea why someone might have taken the core? He crosses his arms and looks down, thinking on it. Well, power is the lifeblood of everything we do as machinists, and our work exists to uplift the past and secure the future. Power supports the machines, and machines are bound to the people. I nod, listening. And if you want to take power from the people, then you wish to make people powerless. Okay, that math works out. He looks sad at this. So I think you'll be looking for someone who cares little for the common person. Okay. Who do you think did it? If I had to say? He touches a hand to his chin. Eccria, the merchant. I tell him I'm listening, and he shuffles his feet, getting closer to me. His voice lowers to a low rumble. Eccria and her ilk run this town. The markets are their locus of control, and they've got their claws in the food stocks. Now, imagine, if you will, what happens when the power goes down. I mean, all of a sudden, folks are stockpiling food, and Eccria and her lot are hiking up the prices. There's not a damn thing any of the rest of us can do. You should look into Eccria. You'll find her weaving her web of corruption from above the beetle market across the bridge. You'll have to persuade her guard to let you pass, though. Okay. And I mean, I gotta ask. Where were you? I was in the workshop, sleeping. I get most of my sleep there lately, if I'm being honest. That being the case, though, I didn't notice anything was wrong. Well, because I'm a machinist. Not one of us, no matter how different we may seem, would ever be caught dead without a backup generator. So I had a few hours good rest before I caught wise. I nod, accepting his answer. His answer that means there is no way for him to have an alibi. Okay, that's fine. We'll figure it out. Is Eccria the person Ecria's name sounds familiar to me. Glowworms. No, AM. The chime maker. Well, it's probably a lot of stuff here we're not to do until the power is fixed. So cross the bridge in the beetle market. So we know that jumping in the water here is not gonna... Yeah, that's not gonna provide us any benefit, probably. Did we see a merchant who had guards that we need to convince to... I don't think we did. This place is just a shrine. Oh, that's right. You're the doctor. You're not a guard for the door behind you at all. All right, just one more time. Was there a symbol in the floor, maybe, that I was supposed to get instead of it being in the wall? No, there's just no symbol. It's just meaningless, just nonsense. Okay. Maybe it's this that he meant. Maybe he can kind of see that from there. Okay. So, yeah, that does exist at the gate. He says it would lead us to the place. But in what way? Well, it's not inside this bell. He could certainly have given me better directions. Because I feel like the only thing that symbol's doing is suggesting that you go upward, right? Because it is high up. Do we see it again in the gate area at all? Doesn't look like it. Well, we can just map the entire swimmable space of the city pretty easily. Didn't seem like there was that much water. Maybe I was mistaken. Maybe the other end of the area we jumped in isn't a dead end. Maybe it's just... It just looks that way, and when we drop in here, we're just gonna go right through. Nope, I definitely caught on. Okay, well, shoot. I mean, okay, there's the symbol again. Does suggest that we should swim through here. Maybe that gate to the left when we came through here is actually openable? Or maybe it's open once you've spoken to him? Or maybe somebody stole his mask already and replaced it with some pants. Did it turn me around? It did. What the hell? Yeah, when I get up on the sandbar here, it flips the camera 180 degrees, and your movement is camera relative, so... Weird. Well, this definitely doesn't open. I mean... Okay, when in the hell am I supposed to get out of... Because, like, everywhere that the water goes is a place you can just get to on land. So you follow that down to here, and then the only thing you can actually do from there is swim out here. And then what? Maybe it's under the dock? Somewhere? Doesn't look like there's another lootable anywhere, and I sure don't see that symbol anywhere either. Well, I'll tell you what, I can keep looking for it off camera. That may be the thing to do here. That's interesting. That's obviously part of like a climbing course. I mean, we can do that. We can just climb out of here and do a little bit of acrobatics. Acrobatics, athletics, whatever. Gonna make the top of this. Yeah, I'll be fine. Oh man. Right as we hit the top of it, she lost her hand. Okay, we'll get up on this. Maybe it'll be, maybe it'll only be accessible once the power's back on. If that's the case, I feel like he should maybe have told us that we'd have to get the power on to get it. I'm not gonna get up this. Okay. There we go. Just the secret to climbing without losing your handhold is just to vibrate very rapidly. And I mean, really, when you think about it, it's so obvious, it's hardly even worth mentioning. That's probably why nobody's pointed that out to me before. So yeah, if you climbed up there... I don't know if these ledges are... You're probably supposed to come from that one to that one to that one, right? But how would you get up onto that? Let me quickly here. It is so slow to swim. We'll do a much better job looking around from the shore. Nope. Okay, so there's a post there that you could use to get partway up. You could use it to get up enough, probably. What is the right way to access that post? I mean, I guess you could just swim right to it, right? And then you could just get off to the right and rest and then climb the rest of the way. Yeah, probably. All right. Is this the generator? We should have a quick look here. This is not an entrance. I'm going to call my bike, but I have no great hope that it will arrive. Okay, so you can only get in through that, through the big pipe. I was kind of hoping that this was the entrance, and then the big pipe took you, somewhere else to like the underground, I don't know, generator complex. That is very clearly a chom drawn on the side of that building. All right, I think the fastest way to swim over to that thing is probably going to be to jump from over here somewhere. Huh. That is the sound of my bike. It is somewhere. And it is actually trying to get to me. Is it? Huh. I think that's it under the water there. Let me go to shore and whistle again. Just to find out, because it feels like I shouldn't leave the bike submerged for any longer than I absolutely have to. Nope, get out of the water. Yep, that sure was it. Well, you know, it found us eventually. Let's let it get up here, and then I'll go back to this. Okay, good work. Well done. Our bike looks cool as hell, in my opinion. I think that tail was a big improvement. Okay, bizarre. Oh, sorry, you're a collectible. Probably a thing I can sell for $3. It's like absolutely not worth the effort at all. It's a little finicky. She's not always willing to actually grab onto a rock. Uh-oh. Okay. So... Hummingbirds are not lootable, obviously. Only dragonflies. Is this going to turn out to be worth the effort? Almost certainly not, right? I'm going to get like a costume piece that I don't want to wear or something. Or maybe nothing at all. Maybe it's just a plant up there. Oh my god. What a moment. What a moment for her to just be like, yeah, jumping sucks. It's a talking plant. It's an oasis flower. Okay, well. All right, other end of the pipe. Where do I think the other end of that pipe is? Over there, it looks like. Because that's going to be how we get into the reactor, right? Or maybe not. Maybe that thing is something else entirely. But whatever it is, I want to get into it. It's going to call my bike across the lake. There it goes. Directly into the water. And I guess it seems like it doesn't go to the place where you were when you called. It goes to where you currently are. So, we can just keep moving, and it'll catch up, in theory. I just want to see where the other end of this big tube goes. And then I swear we'll get back on track. Focus is a very challenging thing for me. In theory, once it's out of the water, it should catch up with us pretty quickly. I would imagine that the bike's run speed is higher than mine on land. Yeah, here it comes. Come on. Then it gets confused. Then it spins. What is happening? Bike. Did I hit your leash range or something? What's going on? Did you hit a weird node? It can't pathfind past this little bit of dirt. Ah, you're like a Roomba. Okay, I'm feeling that difference. I think. It's less dramatic than I was hoping. Where is the other end of this big tube? The handling has gotten worse, if anything. Yeah, that was my concern with driving on the tube. We'll just be next to it. Okay, so it goes this way. Gosh, this thing really travels. I was not expecting the problem to be quite so large. So I still don't have a key card, right? Yeah. I was told to put a thing in the atomic heart, but I literally can't do that. So... He did give us the core, right? Sorry, quests. Gosh, this interface is not awesome. Yeah, install the new power core, but I have to get permission to do that from somewhere. Somebody has to give me the access card. Well, do you have it? He does not. You know what? We'll talk about something else. Shit. Well, how am I going to resolve this problem now? I guess we can go talk to the merchant. See what her deal is. Maybe talking to her will be helpful somehow. He said across the bridge at the Beetle Market. The core problem with that being this whole fucking town's bridges. See, that's a bridge. This here's a bridge. I'm going over water right now. People in this town are remarkably bad at directions. This is a bridge that's right outside of his place. This could be the Beetle Market. Are you Eccria? I already did not remember your name because I am terrible in names. No, you're Citra. Citra's a different name than that. Well, hold on. I got a pomegranate. Can I give this guy a pomegranate? This is where Eccria is. Okay. The only place where there was a guard who I could interact with. Eccria is a very important person. If I'm going to let a bothersome glider interrupt her date, it better be worth my while. I'm not sure I have enough cuts for a bribe. Wait, you're not sure that you have enough cuts for... Okay. Listen, I have a pomegranate. I don't know if you understand how bribes work, but what happens is I give you this pomegranate and you get out of my way. Okay, cool. I was just doing a good deed, but it turned out to be underhanded and mission relevant. Which is fine. Hello, small child. Oh, so you also have the small child mask on. The fact that it... Okay, now I feel even sillier still wearing it. We gotta get a new mask. Alright, you're probably the only thing to interact with here. Yep, you sure are. Okay. If Eccria is surprised, happy, or displeased to see me, it's hard to tell. The guard by her side tenses up as I approach, but Eccria signals to them and they relax. My presence is permitted, which is the best I'm ever going to be able to do. For now. So, you got past Yanis. Was it a pomegranate? Or just good old-fashioned cuts? Doesn't really matter, I suppose. Well, you're here now. Yeah, I have some questions about the power cut. You have 5 minutes, and then I want you gone. Any idea why someone might have taken the core? There is a deeply irritated sigh at the beginning of her speech, and it comes like the hiss of a viper. 2 reasons I can imagine. 1, because they've something to gain from bringing the town to its knees, and then a sharp, annoyed inhale. Or 2, because power cores fetch a substantial price in illegal markets. Could be one of those, could be both, I don't know. Where were you when they went out? I can feel her eyes narrow on me, and imagine the drag of her tongue along her upper teeth. She dislikes me very much. I will ignore the implications of that question, friend, but I was here in the market. Ask around if you'd like. Any of the guards will vouch for me. Who do you think did it? It'll be some lowlife from the Sarai. Probably that climber fellow, Garay. They say he's, one to speak to when a job needs doing, though not exactly what I'd call discreet. A fellow like that, he won't be the brains behind it, but if I were a scummy little nobody, he's the person I'd hire to get the work done. I'm told you can find him under the bridge outside the town gate. Okay, we can go talk to Garay, that's easy enough. I did want to ask you about merchant badges. Eccria seems completely disinterested in my question. I'm not even sure she heard me. I'm gonna go ask again when I go to ask again when she lets out a loud sigh. How do you think? What do merchants do? Don't answer that. You can buy them from me. I'm curious about that. I cannot buy them from you. You are a liar and a cheat. Good day. Oh, right, yeah. The machinist said he would give the core to Cindy. It doesn't really make a lot of... I feel like he could have just asked me to wait. I get what they're doing from a video game pacing standpoint, but it doesn't make a whole lot of sense in the world. Alright, well, let's go get the power core and then also talk to Garay real quick. Sandy breaks rocks from the balls of his feet to the heels and back, pleased. Good news! Hamza's finished his work on the spare power core. I could use your help with it if you have a moment. Yeah, sure. It's not like I'm already doing your job. Yeah, perfect. I'd like you to take the new core to the atomic heart and plug it in. And while you're there, see if you can't pick up on any clues about who may have stolen the original, yeah? Yep, you came to the right glider. I cross my arms and give him a coolly confident nod. He nods back. Yeah, I had a feeling about you. Moment I saw you. That air of mystery tells me you know how to follow a lead, or dig up your own. Hamza left a keycard for you. Okay, thank you. You'll need it to unlock the front door. The central chamber is protected by a security code, but I'm sure you'll find your own way in. I mean, the thief managed somehow. And to get to the Atomic Heart, head over to the substation just outside town and follow the power cable that runs... Yep, I know how to get there. So it takes a keycard to get in. I feel like that's really sort of our informational bottleneck. Who could have gotten access to the keycard or bypassed the thing? So right now, my list of suspects is Sandeep, and that's it. Hey, Garay, I have some questions for you, friend. He scratches himself and spits on the ground before giving me a shrug. Any idea why someone might have taken the power core? Garay smells. It is not the worst or most pungent smell, not rot or bile or anything so pointedly awful. No, Garay's smell is like old dust, tinged with stale oil and ground into the fabric of old garments, or buried under fingernails. It clings to him, and I turn away just a little as he answers me. Yeah, I heard about a big sale going down to the in the Sarai recently. Not sure what, but it caused a stir, let's say. Whatever it is, it's long gone by now. He shrugs, and so I press him a little further, asking if he had any idea who the seller was. As far as I heard, it was some machinist with a mushroom habit. I'm not sure how true that is, but let's say it's come up a few times. Could this machinist be Hamza? It's a good question. We should ask. We didn't see any mushrooms or anything there, although not that I would have necessarily. And where were you when the power went out? Cafe. I cross my arms, mostly out of impatience, but it seems to work. All right, I got in a little scrap. Is that what you want to hear? Nothing to do with anything, and probably not your business, but sure. I had a fight, the power went out, and that broke it up. I keep my arms crossed. It worked once, right? End of story. I got nothing else. All right. Who do you think did it? He stares at me for a few seconds, and I mistake it for consideration before I realize he's looking at me like I'm stupid. I don't name names, and even if I did, it beats me who did this. More power to him, I say. Well, yes, literally. There's a pause, and then he laughs loudly. You get it? More power to him? I don't get it. No surprise the culprit's still out there with you on the case. He gives a sniff and waves me off. No, I'm good. I don't think this person knows anything at all, frankly. All right, let's just quick warp ourselves over to the atomic core. Or the atomic heart, rather. Okay. So I'm pretty good at getting into places, I feel like. It's kind of my thing. And I couldn't get in here without a key card. That tells me that the key card is, like, very key to this whole deal. And it feels like that's really where our investigation should be focused, but maybe we're just going to get somebody to confess completely. That would also work. Okay, this is all nothing. Okay, we'll just jam it in there. It seems very unsafe for me to be in here. Like, for sure have already taken a lethal dose of radiation unsafe. Doesn't look like there's any particular reason to be on this platform. Oh, that's the... right, yep, okay. Took me a second to realize where I was. What, let me interact with the thing. Oh my god. Yeah, there is an interaction point, but it's like incredibly small. Plain as day, one can see that the high window has been smashed, and it's wide enough for any grown person to make their way inside, though they need to be quite athletic. Most of the glass is on the outside of the chamber, so it may have been smashed from the inside. Like somebody got themselves in somehow and then couldn't get themselves back out, I guess. Well, I mean, sure, once they pulled the thing out, the door doesn't work, right? Sparks shoot out from the wires around the socket, but the damage to the empty socket itself is non-existent, as far as I can tell. The culprit took good care in removing the core. Makes sense. If I were to steal something so valuable, I'd be delicate too. But why the torn-up cables? Looks almost staged to me. That's weird. Alright, got the new core into the socket. There's a clump of feathers on the floor. Strange. I try to picture the bird large and powerful enough to carry away the power core, and decide that it is one suspect I can absolutely rule out, though I would like very much to see it. I kind of like the idea that it was a bird, though, because it's kind of, the core is sort of egg-shaped. Now, this is a clue. A scrap of paper lies discarded on the floor, and when I take it up, I see that it's a promissory note. Somebody, perhaps the culprit, owes money to the merchants. It's possible the culprit dropped it, but this is the most staged crime scene I've ever seen. Very, very curious. Very curious indeed. Who is this bad at staging crime scenes? Then again, maybe that's the point. Maybe it looks like a bad job because it's such a good job looking like a bad job, right? A person who really does owe money to the merchants just made it look like someone was trying to frame somebody who does owe money to the merchants. Well, does it look like I've missed... I think I've been everywhere there is to be in here. Feels a little bit slight, but maybe maybe the deal here is that I'm not supposed to solve the case all on my own. I do some solving and then, you know, the information gets used by Sandeep and he comes up with the actual... Yeah, I don't know. Let's hope so, because I have no idea where else there could be anything to learn. Okay, I guess actually I should probably just teleport back. Where's my cursor? Okay. Who knows? Here it is. I found it. Alright, so Eccria with functioning power. So really quickly here. That's a lot cooler now. I do want to... That's also very cool. I do want to run over to the place where that symbol is in the water and just see if that gate is open, maybe, or... See if the way of acquiring the mask, or what we must do, has become any clearer, thanks to the functioning power. The answer is no. There we go. Artist Costas. Look at the swirling pools of water, the glistening surface of liquid dancing in the reflecting light. Inspiring. I can't tell if he's talking to me or himself. I leave him be. Ciso always said artists were an odd sort. Huh. Well, I certainly don't see the symbol anywhere else. So, I don't know. We'll figure it out next time, I guess. I think this is probably a pretty reasonable place to leave it for today. I am glad that I didn't try to figure out what was going on in Eccria at the end of the last episode, because it has turned out to be an entire task. So that's it for us for now, and thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time on Monday, or thereabouts, hopefully we're going to find this mask and turn into the Ghost Rider of the Sands. And also, I guess, maybe we'll figure out this whole mystery thing. And we'll see you then.